South Dakota has a new record elk. This is In Through the Outdoors, and I'm your guide, Jason Walter. Technically, there are now 2, but the first one was harvested by Austin Earley from Brookings, South Dakota. It took 18 years for Austin to get this tag, and it wasn't easy filling it, but he did get his record elk that scored 383 and 0/8. Here's the story.
He finally stopped right before the edge of the hardwoods, and I started squeezing the trigger and squeezing the trigger. Well, that trigger won't ever go off if you don't take the dang safety off, so down in the woods he goes. So I was sitting there waiting a little bit, and I knew they were still down below me. All of a sudden, there was a Jeep that come driving at the top of the hill right above these elk, and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, what is going on here? He never stopped, and those elk, they just stayed. They were 100 yards below this Jeep going across the hill. And those elk stayed there, and I wiped the sweat off of my brows thinking that he was going to run them off the country, and he didn't. And second time I was busy watching his horns when I should have been busy pulling the trigger again, and I didn't. So he went back in the trees, and I chewed my own butt again, and then waited and waited for him to come around, and he finally come out again, and I knew that was enough messing around. He was a good enough bull to be hunting. So he came out at 300 yards, and we ended the night there.
Okay, so thank God, because I thought you were going to tell us you watched the Vikings game first and then decided to go back out and shoot it.
No, not quite that bad. But
Austin's a great guy and a great hunter. He's also got a state record whitetail. I'm Jason Walter, and that's In Through the Outdoors. You can find more at ChasonWalter.com and listen on iHeart. Be safe, and thanks for listening. If you listen to In Through the Outdoors or Between Hook Sets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., thank you. Listen on demand wherever you listen to podcasts, YouTube or ChasonWalter.com, and please sign up to get the Bump Board newsletter.